Welcome to MyBadTV. I'm your host, Larry Lamont. It's a whole new year. It's 2017, baby. Let's enjoy it. This year's gonna come with a bang. A whole lot of new defendants, a whole lot of new stories, a whole lot of new meat.
I was at one of the places that I go to regularly, and there was a great band, and I was just having a good time, and everything seemed pretty normal. Well, whenever I left the bar, I thought it was just another typical night driving home. You know, I was trying to make sure, 2 hands on the steering wheel, go the speed limit, don't do anything stupid. I know I've been drinking. And it changed whenever I was just sitting at a red light, and all of a sudden I saw blue lights. I was at a stoplight, so I did not think that I had done anything wrong. I stopped in a True Value parking lot, and he asked me for my license and registration, and I really didn't know what I had done. But as soon as he asked me if I'd been drinking, I went, yes, officer, but what did I do? I mean, I was being very compliant, but at the same time, I really didn't know what I was doing, like what I did wrong. At the time, I didn't, I thought I was really focused. But, well, see, I drive a sports car, a Mustang GT, it's a 2003 convertible, so we could have been profiling, I didn't know. As soon as I was stopped, and he got out of his car, he flagged the other vehicle to the other cop car to say, hey, it's all right. She's alone, she's not armed, she's not a threat, be gone. And I'm one of those people that whenever I've been drinking, I'm the most honest and forthcoming. I don't try to hide anything, so whenever the state trooper asked me to show my license and registration, of course, I gave it to him, and I obliged to all of his questions. The most interesting part was that I tried to prove to him over and over that I could recite my ABCs forwards.
Ma'am?
Yep.
Can you recite your alphabet for me, starting at the letter D and ending at the letter W, please?
D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, V.
I tried it over and over again, and I thought I was succeeding, like several times in my own mind. Like I thought I was winning. I'm like, oh my God, I got this, I got this.
Okay. You missed a few letters in that, you know that, right?
Nope. But I really tried to prove to him that I wasn't drunk. And it wasn't until he handcuffed me. I also felt a sense of like, oh, he's kind of hot. Turned me on a little bit. But at the time I was drunk, so whenever he's handcuffing me, just take me to jail. I mean, that's like, who thinks of that? I mean, getting turned on by having to handcuff you. At that time, I was trying to recite them forwards and failed. It was after the whole incident that persuaded me to actually learn them backwards, sober and impaired. Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, H, G, B, C, B, A. I couldn't do it forwards. After, I thought I could do it during the time, but then from my attorney, he assured me that the footage from the video camera, I failed multiple times. I wasn't aware. But I thought I was doing well, doing it forwards.
Need to sell your house fast? Go to WeBuyRDU.com. We help people solve complex real estate problems and title issues. WeBuyRDU.com can buy your house fast and pay all cash. We're not realtors looking to list your house, so there are no commissions or costs to work with us. WeBuyRDU.com buys properties in any condition, any area, and any situation. Sell your property fast. Call us now for a fair cash offer at 919-551-5050 or check us out at WeBuyRDU.com. WeBuyRDU.com. WeBuyRDU.com.
Raleigh's new hip-hop station is Choice FM 92.1. The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy.
It's The Breakfast Club on Choice FM.
Raleigh now has Choice. Choice FM 92.1 and ILoveChoiceFM.com.
My Bad, a new show on CW22 where the defendant gets to speak their point of view. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? You're bad.
My bad.
Both are bads, actually.
Watch My Bad every Saturday night at 2 a.m. on CW22.
Well, after the first time I saw him, yeah, I'm crazy, but I'm not psycho. I'm a stalker, but not like an extreme stalker. I Googled him. I do research for a living, so I'm not a PI, but I do medical research. And I actually found a old AOL email address for him. And I was like, who still does AOL? But then I found a Hotmail address, and I was like, okay, that's maybe a little bit more, reasonable. So I sent him an email, very friendly, just saying thank you for pulling me over. You finally made me realize, what I've done is wrong. And would you like to have a cup of coffee someday? I left it at that. So the second court date. Well, first of all, I didn't receive a response, which I was not expecting. I was not expecting a response. I mean, I was scared. And of course, I had a few drinks before I even sent the email, just to warm me up to do it. But once I arrived in court on my second court date, and he looked at me and called me out to go outside in the hallway, I was shaking. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I gonna get arrested for harassing the state trooper? I didn't know what to expect. And as soon as I got out there, the first words he said to me were, did you send me an email? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, am I in trouble? And he's like, no, it's okay. He's like, how did you, first of all, he asked me, how did I find it? I'm like, yeah, maybe you should put me on the force as a detective, but I found this Hotmail address for you. But he did, reinforce the fact that he could not discuss or have discussions with me until after my case was resolved or, dismissed, which I was hoping for. But, so I was, I was compliant and never, believe me, I was scared after that. But let's just say that it took over a year for me to get convicted. And we finally met up, but we'll discuss that soon. Yes, whenever I was out in the hallway, I did feel an attraction that he had towards me, and I was actually very shocked that the fact that he singled me out in front of a whole courtroom to take me out in the hallway while I was shaking to death, and everybody in the courtroom was like, why is he escorting her outside? And meantime, I was scared, but I felt good. I was like, yay. Well, before we could meet up, because he said I had to wait until I was convicted. Before I was convicted, for some reason, my video footage was corrupted. And another thing I'd like to add is that my mugshot was never published. I was expecting to be in a slammer, and I was so scared, and all of a sudden I'm like, it wasn't in the slammer, but my video footage from his camera was not, it was corrupt for 5 months. So it took way longer. So once I became convicted, I did an appeal, and I spoke to my attorney, Randy, who's awesome. I decided to rescind on the appeal and just accept the fact so I could purposely meet him, because I knew once I was convicted, I would finally be able to meet up with him. But during that whole year, I found out that he was married and had an infant child. I wasn't trying to be a homewrecker, but I was curious to push his boundaries, to see if he would still meet up with me. And lo and behold, a week after I was convicted, I sent him an email asking him again to have coffee with me. And less than 12 hours later, he sent me a response asking me to meet up with him. I sent the email asking him to meet up with me at 7:30 p.m. at night. By 8:30 a.m. the next morning, he had responded saying that he was in the area and asked where he could meet me. So of course I'm like, oh my God, this is finally gonna happen. Well, no, the thing is that we met up. And the fact is that he should have told me that he was married and had a kid. And I gave him I gave him a chance in the email to say, if you're not available, please ignore this. But he still met up with me. That's what I'm getting at. But it was my bad. I wasn't trying to, it was just more like a test to see if I could, and did.
I'm DJ Double Nice.
I'm Obi Royal. And I'm the girl Emanata Iron Butterfly.
DJ 20.
Agatha.
And yours truly, Derek Lick. Hey man, check my Choice family out. every day on the radio. Yes, yes.
Yeah, and Happy New Year from MyBadTV and Choice FM.
Raleigh's new hip-hop station is Choice FM 92.1. The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy.
It's the Breakfast Club on Choice FM.
Raleigh now has Choice. Choice FM 92.1 and I love choicefm.com.
My Bad, a new show on CW22 where the defendant gets to speak their point of view. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? You're bad.
My bad.
Both are bads, actually.
Watch My Bad every Saturday night at 2 a.m. on CW22.
Need to sell your house fast? Go to WeBuyRDU.com. We help people solve complex real estate problems and title issues. WeBuyRDU.com can buy your house fast and pay all cash. We're not realtors looking to list your house, so there are no commissions or costs to work with us. WeBuyRDU.com buys properties in any condition, any area, and any situation. Sell your property fast. Call us now for a fair cash offer at 919-551-5050 or check us out at WeBuyRDU.com. WeBuyRDU.com. WeBuyRDU.com.
Hey, how you guys doing? I hope you're enjoying the show. We got a lot more show in store. I'm gonna tell you about the family. A little jealousy going on, some fighting, but there's a lot of love. But I tell you what, she don't mess around when you mess with her husband. And as you will see. And her husband, he most definitely loves his wife. But, you know, who don't like a pretty face? Enjoy the show. I'll see you back in a few minutes.
In the beginning, she did claim she was my friend. And then when that mess came out, it just made my stomach turn. How women walk around and act that way when they claim they're your friends and then turn around and call your man is completely wrong.
When the phone call rang, I knew it wasn't going to be a normal day.
Man, her and my husband even planned a birthday party, a surprise birthday party for me one time, where I was at work and I came home and they had ordered me a stripper and everything for my birthday. Her and my husband planned this, so when the phone call started, I didn't know if they had started the day of the birthday party or what, but I tell you what, I did not like what came out. I got up that day, everything was fine. We're going on with normal business. This girl, she just want to be a troublemaker. It's the county we live in. She just want to be a troublemaker. And she decided she wanted to keep on calling my husband, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, Annette, has got it made. She's had it easy, and her friends and all sees it. She don't got a word. She gets anything she wants, needs at any time she wants, and they get jealous of her. So they try to come in between our relationship, hoping they could tear us apart. Maybe they could step into the picture.
She called about 4 or 5 times before I got my belly full, and I started. It was it. I seen red. And I started calling her. I told her exactly what I was gonna do to her.
When I seen her that morning, she was warm. I knew it was gonna be trouble because she don't stop. If she gets mad, she's gonna get her point across.
I told her I was gonna beat her ass if she kept on calling my husband. That was uncalled for, and I didn't walk around calling her man, and she didn't need to come walk around calling my man. That was it.
After about 6, 7 calls, it's time that it should have been stopped already. She should have quit calling my phone, and she wouldn't stop out of spite. I guess she's gonna make her point to you.
She said this shit didn't stink.
No, it happened so fast. We seen her call a general. She just goes off.
She decided she wanted to call the law on me.
And it's over with. It's over with. It's over with. It's over with.
Well, they come out here and they arrested me for communicating threats, obscene phone calls. I could have got past the threats, but the phone calls was on her phone. So, that was like my bad because they had proof. I should have blocked my number. But next time, I will.
If I could have done anything different, I would have stopped the phone calls from even having my phone number. That was my bad.
Hey man, what's going on? It's your man DJ 20. Check out MyBadTV on CW22 every Saturday night, 2 a.m. Yeah, my bad. With my man Larry Lamont. Yeah.
Raleigh's new hip-hop station is Choice FM 92.1. The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy.
It's The Breakfast Club on Choice FM.
Raleigh now has Choice. Choice FM 92.1 and ILoveChoiceFM.com.
My Bad, a new show on CW22 where the defendant gets to speak their point of view. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? You're bad.
My bad.
Both are bads, actually.
Watch My Bad every Saturday night at 2 a.m. on CW22. The next story, you won't believe this character. You have to see this for yourself. I'll see you when you come back.
Well, the case was, it was on a failure to appear, and someone had called me and asked me to bond this young lady out. So I usually hesitate on failure to appear because they can cause you a headache later on in the months going on. So I ended up taking the case because her mom and dad talked to me on the phone. So I left and went to get her. Well, she was at home. I didn't realize that. I thought she was locked up, but she was really at home, and she was, gonna turn herself in, and she was one of mine. So I went there, talked to her mom and dad. I said, look, I'm gonna take you in, gonna turn you in. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna bond you right back out. I'm not even gonna leave the jail. So she was like, okay, you sure, Mr. Ken? I said, yep, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I went to put the handcuff on her, and I got one handcuff on and something snapped in her right then. Cause she jumped back from me and I saw a fist come up like that. Well, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what in the world's going on? And I'm thinking, okay, what are you doing? And her mom and dad was saying, Mr. Ken, you better get your hands up. You better get your hands up, it's on. And I was like, what? I'm not gonna fight this girl. And they were like, no, Mr. Ken, she's serious. And I said, nah, I'm not gonna do it. And I told her, I said, come on, let's go and get this thing over with. And then I reached out and I grabbed the other handcuff, and that's whenever she dotted me in the eye. It was one of those punches where you see stars and stuff going on. She hit me. And I stepped back and I was like, what? You wouldn't hit me in my eye. And they said, Mr. Ken, get your hands up, defend yourself, it's gonna be on. And the next thing I knew, that girl punched me in the gut. She knocked all the air out of me. I couldn't do anything. I had to retreat, try to get myself together. And at that particular time, I saw red. I went over there, I swept her feet out from up under, and I went and heel chopped her in the chest. Next thing I know, her mom and dad and I was dragging her, putting her in the back of the car because I had to take her. So then I take her down there, and I get to the jail, and I get her out, and we're going in, and some of the guys down there, they know me, and they were like, what in the world happened to you? And I said, well, we had a little tussle going on and everything. They said, tussle? Hell, you got your ass beat. Because they thought she messed me up. And the thing that was so bad about it is, I had to wait on her to bond her back out, after she done beat me up. So, I mean, what more can you ask for being a bondsman? I bonded her out. She said, Mr. Ken, I'm so sorry. And I drove her back to her mom and dad. So mom and dad told me, said, Mr. Ken, we're sorry that happened to you. Said, but next time you got to deal with her. When her hands go up, your hands need to go up. I'm thinking to myself, her hands go up the next time, she's going to have a hole in one of them.
Can we rewind that? Can we rewind that?
When she put her hands up in the fighting position, her parents said, Mr. Ken, get your hands up. Get ready, it's coming. You know, it was like, she's getting ready to whoop your ass. Get your hands up, Mr. Ken. And I'm standing there looking at him thinking, this is a female, I'm a male. I'm not gonna fight that girl. And they were like, Mr. Ken, she's serious. Get your hands up, protect yourself. Her mama hollered, protect yourself, protect yourself. And I was like, no. That girl punched me in the eye. It was quick too. It was like a just boom. And I was like, oh God. Stunned me a little bit and I went back. And I went back and I was looking at it. I'm thinking, what? You hit me. And her dad and them still hollering, Mr. Ken, you better get ready. It's coming, you know. So I didn't know what to do. So I got close to her and that's when she did that gut shot. Man, the only thing I can remember her is looked like she's getting ready to bowl a ball and she hit me in the gut like that. Oh, it knocked all the air out of me. I couldn't breathe. I had to step back. But the next thing I knew, that shade of red came over me. I was like, I got to take her ass down. She was probably, I don't know, maybe 5'10", 5'11", probably weighed about 320. She was a good sized woman. I'm talking about she was that tall. She was way taller than me and was about that wide. And when she hit me, boy, it was on. I was like, oh my God. That was one reason why I didn't want to tangle with her, because she was big. It wasn't like she was some little bitty slim thing. This was a good sized woman. My bad was I should have got them hands up in the first place when her mom and dad said, get your hands up. Her dad done hollered and told me it's coming. So that was my bad right there for not getting my hands up and getting ready.
What's up, people? It's your girl, Emanata I'm Butterfly, Choice FM's finest, and you're watching MyBadTV. Make sure you check us out every Saturday night on the CW22 at 2 a.m. right here with my man, Larry Lamont. You know.
Need to sell your house fast? Go to WeBuyRDU.com. We help people solve complex real estate problems and title issues. WeBuyRDU.com can buy your house fast and pay all cash. We're not realtors looking to list your house, so there are no commissions or costs to work with us. WeBuyRDU.com buys properties in any condition, any area, and any situation. Sell your property fast. Call us now for a fair cash offer at 919-551-5050 or check us out at WeBuyRDU.com. WeBuyRDU.com. WeBuyRDU.com.
Man, that was crazy. Some of these people have some crazy stories. Stick around, I got one more story to show you. And you think that one was crazy? Wait till you see this next one. Roll.
Well, my day started out, I had some things going on. I was feeling a little stressed, so I called up one of my friends and was like, hey, can I come over and kick it before you go to work? And she was like, yeah. So I ended up going to her house, but did not make it all the way there. I was just going to her house to hang out. I was going to her house to go smoke weed to relieve the stress of my day. That's what I'm saying, so I don't want to be like that. So I decided to go to my girl's house, and I was driving down the highway, and I was pretty frustrated, and I was just like, whatever. And so I was driving pretty fast, and all of a sudden this cop pulled out, and so I tried to outrun him, but that didn't work. So he ended up catching up to me as I got off the exit, and at the time I didn't have a license or insurance or any of that stuff to really make it okay for me to drive. So he ended up taking the tags off my vehicle, and so I was stuck on the side of the road with no tags and trying to get to my friend's house. So I called her, and she ended up coming to meet me so that she could follow me to her house. So we came up with a plan of direction and whatnot to go. And once we came up with our plan, we were leaving the exit and pulled onto the road. And as we did, a cop pulled behind her. And I was a little nervous because I was like, maybe they're coming to check on me and see, like, is she leaving? Is she not? Is she driving? All of a sudden, the cop puts the lights on and pulls her over. So now I'm stuck with no tags. So I pull into a shopping center and wait. She ends up calling me from the police officer's phone, telling me that she had a warrant out for her arrest and they're taking her to jail. So by my friend coming to help me out, basically had to call her job and tell him she wasn't going to be able to make it in, and had to call her ex-boyfriend to pick up her car because it was on the side of the road, and then had to call her stepmom so somebody could bail her out. It was hysterical. She was upset. She didn't know what was going on. And then she was kind of even more upset because I had just got pulled over and probably should have went to jail, but didn't, and she did, so. Sorry, my bad. Mubby.
Raleigh's new hip-hop station is Choice FM 92.1. The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy.
It's The Breakfast Club on Choice FM.
Raleigh now has Choice. Choice FM 92.1 and I love ChoiceFM.com.
Hey, you back. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'm Larry Lamont of MyBadTV. Yeah, the show's kind of crazy. Everybody got a story to tell, but most definitely they're interesting. And that's what this show is about, where the defendant gets to speak their point of view. But I hope to see you again next week, same time, same channel, and I'll be looking for you.